What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. This is Mixstan, and in this video I will be showing you how I got S++ with Leon on the village. There's actually a secret strat that you can use in order to get the S++ rank or just get a very high rank altogether. With all that being said, let's get straight into it. So right off the bat, guys, when I load into the game, all I do is run around and collect as many time multipliers as possible without killing any enemies. I'm also going to be discarding both the shotgun and the pistol along with their ammo. For this run, we're only going to be using the sniper rifle and stun grenades. The reason why I'm only using the sniper rifle is because it's so powerful. You can one-shot kill most enemies, including Dr. Salvador and the Bella sisters, so keep that in mind. So there are 150 enemies in order to beat the trial in any Mercenaries map, and it is your main goal to try to combo as many enemies together as possible. Ideally, you want to try to kill combo all 150 enemies. So like I said at the beginning of the game, my goal is to just grab as many time multipliers as I can find. Another goal of mine is to build the mayhem mode meter all the way up. That's with both diamonds lit up and the yellow bar all the way toward the end. So this meter is really important, and I will never engage any enemy with a gun unless it is all the way toward the end. If this meter is not all the way toward the end, I'm just missing out on points that I could get otherwise. Now with that being said, now is time to start engaging these enemies. So I'm going to start sniping people. But before I do that, I got to turn on mayhem mode. And another thing to keep in mind, you want to go for headshots. Headshots are going to give you the most points possible. Now, one thing I like to do is kind of sit back into this little alleyway and snipe enemies. Now, of course, it's going to be a little difficult when they get close up on you, so I just keep backing up, and like I said, I'm going for headshots. It's what I want to get. I'm going to get the most points possible when I finally actually hit these headshots. Now when mayhem mode runs up, we're going to start using stun grenades and knives. So I'm going to throw stun grenades and I'm going to start killing these enemies with a knife. Now usually you can stab about 3 of them or kick. Now, I prefer the knife over the kick simply because kicking has the chance of spawning a plaga from some of these ganados' head. But if I cannot reach them in time with the knife, I will kick them. Now, I'm also going to be stabbing some of these enemies because, like I said, we're only using the sniper rifle, so we're kind of limited on ammo, and we're just going to be repeating this process, throwing stun grenades and stabbing. So this is actually the best strategy for getting the most points possible with Leon. And actually, Leon is the character that is actually capable of getting the most points in this mode. So keep that in mind if you want to try to go for high scores and things of that sort. Leon is the character to pick, simply because of his ultimate ability. So basically, this is the strategy. We're going to keep throwing stun grenades. We're going to keep stabbing enemies. Now, enemies are not always going to drop stun grenades, and when that happens, what I'm going to do is unequip the scope from my sniper rifle and use the iron sights to shoot them in the leg and get them on the ground so I can execute them, simply to just keep the kill combo up. Like I said in the beginning of the video, comboing these enemies is the most important thing you can do because that is actually what gives you the highest grade possible in this game, and it also is what gives you the most points possible. So definitely try to combo as many enemies as possible. Now I'm going to keep doing this until I build up the mayhem mode once again, and as soon as that happens, I'm running to this alley again. I'm equipping the scope and I'm going to start shooting the enemies while in mayhem mode. So the bull guy is going to be the first boss we run into in this trial, but he's going to be taken out very easily with 2 headshots. It's really that easy. And like I said, guys, just keep going for headshots. That's what you want to do. You want to go for headshots. It's going to give you the most points possible. So that's what we're going to do. And like I said, when this meter runs up, we're just going to run and start doing the stun grenade method once again. So Dr. Salvador has spawned in, and he's a little tougher than the bull guy, simply because he can one-shot you with his chainsaw. So keep that in mind when facing Salvador or the Chainsaw Sisters. They are very dangerous, and you want to try to keep distance away from them. And as you can see right now, I'm out of stun grenades, so I'm switching to the iron sights like we spoke of earlier. So when this happens, my main objective is to continue to kill these enemies while looking for stun grenades and rifle ammo, because we don't want to run out of either one of those. Now, if we run out of rifle ammo, it's kind of a GG, and the run is kind of over. It's kind of squashed. So you definitely want to try to make sure you keep enough rifle ammo on you, or at least enough stun grenades in order to find more rifle ammo. So every once in a while, you're going to be running into a guy who throws dynamite, and you're going to want to try to just avoid these dynamite sticks, because it really could ruin a good run, putting you in a bad situation, or even killing you. So definitely try to avoid those, along with the Molotovs. As you can see, I got hit with a Molotov, but there's really nothing I could do. I got kind of swarmed there. And there is our first Plaga, but a good thing about the Plaga is that you can throw a stun grenade and instantly kill him. Something I forgot to mention, if you see a chicken running around here, kill the chicken, because it will drop a golden egg, and if you pick up the golden egg and finish the trial with the golden egg on hand, you will actually gain another 50,000 points toward your total score. So it's definitely something you want to look out for. I happen to probably kill the chicken with a flash grenade or something. I don't really know how I got the golden egg, but I have it. So if I don't have the golden egg and I see the trial is about to end, I will start looking for that chicken. But luckily, I found the chicken early on in this playthrough. And that dynamite almost killed me. Like I said, try to avoid the dynamite. I got overwhelmed there, and I didn't see the dynamite coming, so I got destroyed by it. And if I didn't have a healable on hand, or if I didn't heal fast enough, I would have actually died. And unfortunately, my combo ended because of the dynamite, because I had to run away and get space. But it doesn't really destroy the S++ rank. It just ends the possibility of getting a higher score than I possibly could have gotten. And right here, I didn't really mean to stab the chainsaw lady. I accidentally did, but, you know, it is what it is. And, yeah, so we're just gonna continue our little strat, running to the alleyway. It's actually better to try to kill the bosses while you're in mayhem mode, because you will actually get more points for killing them in this mode instead of killing them beforehand, like I did Dr. Salvador. But later on, we're actually going to run into Dr. Salvador and the Bella Sisters all at once. They're going to be the third boss wave for this trial. Something I wanted to say is this is one of my first times actually trying this method, and as you can see, I didn't get the 150 combo, but imagine if I would have got the 150 combo, the score would be even higher. So what I'm saying is practice, guys. If you want to get a really high score, possibly even go for a world record, keep practicing with this strategy and you're gonna get it. So right here, I'm getting very overwhelmed, and because of this, I'm going to start whiffing shots, and I'm going to miss my next combo because of this. Now, luckily, it's not a deal breaker because I still have a very high score right now, so it's not going to end the run. But just keep that in mind, guys. If you start to get overwhelmed, just try to relax, try to place your shots, and try not to miss, because this can happen to you. And this is what happens when you don't have a stun grenade. You're forced to rely on your shots, and if you're missing them, it could really be a detriment to your total score. Something I forgot to mention is it is also possible to run out of knives. And when this happens, it can be very tricky. So what you're going to have to do when this happens is start kicking enemies instead of stabbing them, risking the plaga forming from some of these enemies' heads. So right here, I'm going to launch my Mayhem mode once again, but this time I'm doing it because I got a little overwhelmed, and I'm also out of knives, so I'm kind of forced to use Mayhem mode here, but luckily we have a lot of enemies to use. You really want to try to save Mayhem mode for when there are a ton of enemies around you. And while I'm running around in Mayhem mode, I'm going to be looking for more ammunition, more knives, more stun grenades, all the resources that I need in order to keep on succeeding with this strategy. So just continue to kick these enemies, stab these enemies, stun these enemies, and eventually you will find the resources that you need. You will find the stun grenades, the knives, and the ammo. It just will take time. It's all RNG, but it will happen. And as you can see, we're at the end of the game. We have taken out 145 enemies. And with that being said, this means that there is no time to build up the Mayhem mode all the way up. So I decided to use it early and just take out the remaining enemies with Mayhem mode activated. I hope you guys really did enjoy this video. I had a ton of fun making it, and I really just want to hear from you in the comment section about what you feel about the Mercenaries mode. And as you can see right there, 1.2 million, that is my final score. There is the S++ rank. Like I said, guys, I hope you did enjoy it, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.